What's up, y'all? I am Marquita Hudgens, and this is the Voice Behind the Voice podcast. We're talking about respect this week. This is part 3, episode 46, and I am specifically I am specifically talking about other people, respecting other people, respecting the protocol and beliefs of other people. Like I said last Friday, we all are entitled to our beliefs. We are all entitled to our own belief, to subscribe to our own belief system. Since I'm saying subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, like this video. But you have a choice. You can subscribe to this channel. There are a trillion other channels that you can subscribe to, and it would not be right if someone were to stand over your shoulder and say, "Hey, no, don't subscribe to that," right? So it's your choice, and just like living your life, you have the choice, whether you want to be Catholic, Christian, Buddhist, Muslim, Jehovah Witness, no matter what, whatever your religion you choose, or atheism, you get to choose. That's your choice. And no, not me, not your mama, not your daddy. Nobody can tell you what to believe, because you have your own brain. You have your own heart. You were designed that way. You were created that way. If you want to believe in Scientology, go for it. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. But we're talking about respect, and we're talking about, of course, how there may be people who do not respect your decisions, your beliefs, your values, your standards, who don't respect your limitations, and don't respect your expectations. There are going to be people who do this, and we talked about this on Wednesday, how being that standard. We talked about it on Monday and Wednesday because we're talking about respect this week, but being that standard image of respect, and showing people how you want to be, how you would like to be treated, and how the level of respect you want to receive by being that. And that's a big thing today, respecting other people. So you've been respecting yourself, and sometimes that's not enough. People see you respecting yourself, and like I said, a lot of people take you respecting yourself as a disrespect to them, because you're not laying down and doing what they want you to do. But listen, sometimes it's because those people were raised in households where they don't teach respect. And you, knowing now, because you've listened to my self-respect podcast, and you've watched the self-protocol podcast video, and you've watched this whole week of respect, and we've been talking about respect for like a month. So um, so you know what respect is, and you know how you're gonna go out treating other people, and teaching respect, and at this day and age, that this time that we're in this world, respect is very important. It's very important that you teach people how to have respect. You teach people, like I said last Friday, that just because we don't agree, we don't have the same beliefs, doesn't mean that we can't respect each other. We should still be able to have some respect for each other. Um, it's I feel like it's not rocket science. I feel like it takes no brain. It's a no-brainer to just have some respect for other people. Um, so self protocol. I started off I've started this podcast off different. I knew that I needed to do it, and I needed to just get out there and start. So it started off as my kids, my money, my time, because that's where my brain was when I started. I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't choose between the three. What am I going to talk about? Um, but then I was like, you know what? I don't want it to be a parenthood. I want it to be more of an entrepreneur. And then I learned, I've been learning that I'm not a professional when it comes to entrepreneurship. I really don't have it together. I'm trying, but I don't. Um, and I realized that in that entrepreneurship, um, is I have the potential to be a mogul, a billionaire, right? I know that that is my potential. And I started looking into self actualization. I ran across it during the 100-day challenge by accident. And I began to look more into it. And by the time I started this podcast, I had been doing like a pretty good amount of research. Um, and it's the realization of your full potential. Um, and that's basically what everyone should get to a point where, not everyone will, but everyone should get to a point where they start to wonder, you know, just how far can I go? Just how far can these talents take me? And I believe that self protocol, which is a little invention of mine. Well, I guess it's a big. I'm gonna call it a big invention of mine. Um, has 5 phases, and so we know that protocol is a method and requirements for a system. A lot of businesses, you go into a business and you ask them for something, or you try to do something, and they say, "Oh no, that's against our protocol." Um, we have to go according to protocol. Keeps the business standing, keeps the business afloat. And when I say self protocol, I want you to realize what it is that makes you tick. What things make you feel alive? Um, what are the things, the parts of your life that you see being there forever, as like establishment, as foundation? Those are your values. You commit to those values, your values. Now, these are not the values of your parents and your bosses. These are your values, okay? And um, with those values, you want to set standards. You set standards in place with expectation that when nature comes, as life moves on, life goes on, these standards, as if, just like as if wind naturally hits a sail, when you set stale, stop saying stale, set, when you set, when you set sail, you are expecting for the wind to naturally hit your sail and cause your sailboat to float and go and take you to your destination. Same as setting the standards. You want life to come naturally, and according to how you have set your standards, that is the way that your life is going to go in that direction. And I feel that that has a lot to do with faith, but not everybody believes in having faith in God and stuff like that. So setting the standard, also drawing boundaries, because you want to um, have a certain way, a certain method to how you act and how other people treat you. Your limitations and your expectations, you want to communicate those, because you, like I said, if you get a trainer and you tell the trainer, I want this, this, and that, and the trainer starts setting you up, like you tell them, this is what I expect. You know, they're gonna ask you, what you expect, what you want to get out of this experience. And you also don't just tell them what you want to expect. Tell them what you're not gonna do. I don't run. Okay, this body, it doesn't run, right? Like, let them know. And of course, they might feel like, you know what? Let's jog. You know, let's walk, let's power walk. They might actually try to ease you into something like that based on what your expectations are, and that's cool. But for you, you need to communicate those limitations, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're looking around like, oh my gosh, how did I get here? I didn't ask for this. But you didn't tell anybody that you didn't want it either. So and then last but not least, respect. And that's why we're here. So respecting other people's protocol. You are the example. You are the standard image of respect. And you are going to help and teach other people how to respect, not only by respecting yourself, but respecting them. And you're not waiting around for them to earn your respect. And you're not trying to earn their respect. You are simply being a respectful person, respecting yourself. I feel like if I look at myself, I'm looking at you. I feel like if I'm looking up at the camera, you see me looking up. But we're gonna figure that out. I gotta figure it out. But I'm looking at myself. Okay, so respect yourself. Okay, and respect other people, and this will in turn teach other people how to respect. You're not always gonna see um, if you plant seeds over there in somebody else's garden, you're not going to see the harvest unless they come back and tell you, oh my gosh, the seeds that you planted was miraculous, right? But you can, plant as many seeds in your garden as you need to, respecting yourself and respecting your own property and respecting your children, respecting your family, respecting your workplace, respecting all of that. And you can also go out and share that and plant those seeds elsewhere, and make sure that your children are taught to respect people no matter what. And they're going to go out and they're going to teach other people's children how to respect people no matter what. And you might just see it. It might happen after you've gone on, crossed over into the afterlife, but it's those seeds are still going to grow into a harvest. Okay? Um, so that's it, episode 46. I really, really appreciate you guys watching, even if we're in 2025 and you are watching this video. Just know that I appreciate you. Um, know that you have the power. You have the power to be vulnerable to yourself. I'm going to look at myself again. You have the power to be vulnerable to yourself. You have the power to be courageous on behalf of yourself. And you have the power to represent yourself and be a standard image of how people deserve to be treated, based on the fact that they are human beings, not based on how much money they make or what kind of car they drive, but based on the fact that they are human beings and they deserve to be treated like human beings with rights. Okay? Teach your children how to respect others. Don't teach your children how to wait around for someone to earn their respect, because their whole life will pass by and they're just going to be this mean little person, right? And you don't want that to be your children. You want your child to be that mean old man who has no respect for anybody but wants everybody to respect him, or mean old lady. Um, so yeah, go ahead and check out the prayerful dynamic and the voice behind the voice. Subscribe, and don't forget to like this video. All right, and I'll see y'all later.